Hello everyone, I am Amit Kumar, S.St teacher of Paramount Public School. Today I am going to teach class 9th economics chapter number 1, the last points that we were discussed about non-farm activities of village Palampur. And in this regard, we are going to discuss today about the third point, the shopkeepers of Palampur. So, in the previous lecture, we discussed the 2 points, dairy farming and manufacturing units of village Palampur. Today, the shopkeepers of village Palampur. So, people involved in trade are not many in Palampur. Very few people are engaged in trade activities, trade activities in Palampur. The traders of Palampur are shopkeepers. Basically, they are shopkeepers, the traders, who buy various goods from wholesale markets. From the wholesale markets, these villagers, these shopkeepers are actually retailers, and they are getting their material, they are getting their goods from wholesale markets in the cities and sell them in the village, that is Palampur. So shopkeepers of village, they are very small shopkeepers of village Palampur, but selling a wide range of items. You have seen so many times in the village that very small shops of the goods are there, but they are selling lots of things like rice, wheat, sugar, tea, oil, biscuits, soap, candles, notebooks, pen, pencil. Even sometimes they have clothes also they are selling. And sometimes even you have seen that a house near to or close to bus stand opens a small eatable shop in the house. A very small shop of eatable. One of the person has been opened near bus stand because there is a lot of people actually travel from one place to another, so that is very easy for a shopkeeper to sell their eatables to them. In the last that we have transport, a fast developing sector for a village like Palampur. So there are variety of vehicles on the road connecting Palampur to Raiganj that we have discussed, a large village near Palampur. There are rickshaws, tongas, jeep, tractor, truck and traditional bullock cart are transport vehicles in village Palampur, you can see. So we in this chapter we have given rickshaw, tonga, jeep, tractor, truck and bullock cart. So these are the transport vehicles in village Palampur. So they ferry, it means carrying of people from one place to another, लोगों को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह लेके जाना और छोड़ के आना. They ferry people and goods from one place to another, one part to another, and in return get paid for it. And in that of return, people paid to these transport vehicle drivers. So the number of people involved in transport has grown over the last several years in Palampur. Before that, there were bullock cart, tongas and rickshaw, but from the last couple of years, tractor, truck and jeeps are there as a vehicles in village Palampur. So up to that we have given in the chapter that farm activities as well as non-farm activities. So let's discuss about some of the meanings, some of the main key points of this chapter in summary. So farming is the main activity of the village, of the people of village Palampur. 450 families are there. Number 2, small, medium and large farmers are there. Small farmers are there with 2 acres of land, medium with 2 and more than even 2, and some of the large farmers are there with more than 10 acres of land they have. After that, we have the production units. Production in village. Production require the number 1 land, then labor and capital. Capital that we have talked about, 2 types of capital we have. Fixed capital and working capital that we require to for production activities. After that, how they get more from the same piece of land. So by this they are using use of HYV seeds, high yielding variety seeds. After that they have surplus production, and how they manage labor. Whatever the surplus production they have, they sell it in the market, and for especially it is available for the farmers, those who have large farmers, those who have 10 acres of land or more than 10 acres of land, they have surplus production, and that's why they required labor. Otherwise small farmers not required labor, they have their own families to support them in the activities of farming. After that we have non-farm activities in village Palampur. So 4 types of non-farm activities that we have: dairy farming we have, with that small units we have, the shopkeepers we have, and transport facilities that are available in village Palampur. So these are the basic key points that we have discussed right now, and that is the chapter we are going to end here. By this I am sending you the PDF file of question answers also that you have to write down on your notebook. So I am sending you this video as well as the PDF file of this to write down all the question answers. Thank you, class.